to make money, money making money, money making money, money making money, money making money, manifest, making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. I ain't stressed, making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. Gratitude is my attitude. I'm making money moves. Jewelry in the safe, piggy bank on full. And I'm living life abundant. I'm making money fast. I'm a money making magnet, making cold hard cash. I'm making money. Oh, I am blessed.
Welcome to Alchemizing Energy. So today I'm going to be replaying a video that I did with Baba Yashibayah. May he rest in peace. He passed away on October 31st at 6:30 p.m. And this is one of the shows that we did, and I want to share that with you, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and just
to make money, money making money, money making money, money making money, money making money, manifest, making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. I ain't stressed, making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. Gratitude is my attitude. I'm making money moves. Jewelry in the safe, piggy bank on full. And I'm living life abundant. I'm making money fast. I'm a money making magnet, making cold hard cash. I'm making money. Oh, I am blessed.
And I made that mantra the other day. I was listening to Reverend Ike, and he had this whole thing where he was chanting, money making money, money making money. And I said, you know what? There needs to be a song about money making money. And I used AI to make that song. Shouts out. But we're back here with Baba Yashibayah. You said you love it?
I love it. I play that part. I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it again because I listen. When I heard Bob, Reverend Ike, I said, you know what? Yes, I gets up to him.
I am blessed to make money, money making money, money making money, money making money, money making money, manifest, making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. I ain't stressed, making money, money making money, money making money, money making money. Gratitude is my attitude. I'm making money moves. Jewelry in the safe, piggy bank on full. And I'm living life abundant. I'm making money fast. I'm a money making magnet, making cold hard cash. I'm making money. Oh, I am blessed.
Hey, listen. Y'all, we need to get into these mantras. You know, we listen to all this hip hop talking about all this other stuff. We need to hear some songs about manifesting with this whole thing with Trump and Elon Musk, the DEI and the DWI and the DEA. We need to like start these mantras. So I'm gonna make that mantra available for y'all to like check out, so that y'all in the morning can just get up and just sing that song in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and just bring that energy of abundance. Because you know, right now we have a lot of things going on where people are trying to take our money away from us. Right?
Yeah. Love it.
We don't get so listen. Baba Yashibayah came to our channel And he talked about the true meaning of the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, and he said, I want to come back and give more clarity, the danger of the misconception of God. And what I'm going to do is allow him to take over and go from there. So let's go. What's up, Baba Yashibayah? How you doing?
I want to say, Allah, you're my sister. I'm elated, and what I want to do is I want to have the audience. First and foremost, this is my what you call disclaimer. Don't believe nothing I say. Do the research. I mean, don't come at me and with your emotions. If documentation beats the conversation across the nation. If you don't have the documents or the experience of doing the research, don't get mad at me for my research. But I'm going to bring some things out. First and foremost, 85% of people do not know how to study the Bible. And though the Bible is a central figure among a lot of people, and a lot of them hang with the King James, but the King James Bible is not the first English literature. There were 7 more books older than the King James written by other writers, and King James translators, they went and copied the cover that and reprinted. There is no original text, no original book of the King James, and the one that came out earlier, it had 80 books in it, not 66. Where they canonized, it had 80 books in it. I want you to make a note of that. 80 books. There are books that goes back as far as 1336. Most of you have never even seen it, and they don't say the same thing. They're not written in the same manner. People say, well, I want to get the Septuagint. Well, that's only 70. I want to get the Bada Gita. I want to get the Vulgate. That's in Latin. But remember, majority of the people today hangs on the King James Version. And what I want to say to people, do you not realize that King James that we holler about, first book he wrote was in 1592. It was called the Book on Demonology. It was a book written on a thing called demonology. Sister Monica, if you can pull that up, first of all, and King James never saw the 1611 or the 1613, neither did he put his seal on it. You can see my little old camera. This is, let me get this thing to work. You see the royal seal? This book was on demonology, on witchcraft, the mystery, the mythology of religion, the whole thing. So his first book was written by King James, and the only book was written in 1592. And some people, well, they want to make him black. I don't care what you want to make it, but if you're trying to find this book for authority, you're looking at a man that was into demonology. The only reason that they wrote the King James, you can look it up, was that King James was trying to unite Scotland and England, and he wanted to marry the Queen of Scotland, but the Catholic Church wouldn't allow for it. So he created his own book. You can look it up. Is there an original, not the word original manuscript, other than what we have? I wish we had a couple other people, because we're gonna need some help, because we got some stuff for you. So buckle up. Now, I said some things at the last time. I came to solidify with documentation. So, Mark, you tell me when you're ready to share, if you want to. If you happen to have that information. Then there's a book written called The 30,000 Gods Before Jehovah. So when you say God, that's a generic term. My question to you, what God are you talking about? And the ironic thing, sisters and brothers, unless you have the proper tools or the proper reference, you'll think that God is just one. That is not true. That is not true. And I'm going to try to take my time and give it to you. And I'm sorry, before I go further, I want to welcome Zion Warren
to Warlord now. Not warring anymore, Warlord, right? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know,
Yo, let me do this. Let me do this for Baba.
Go ahead.
Let me do this for Baba. Baba, Baba Yasha, we love you. You know we love you, Baba. Baba Yasha. Miss you, man. Hallelujah.
Man.
The ancestors, you know what I'm saying? You will never be forgotten. I'm going to hold you dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying? The short time that I had to know Baba, you know what I'm saying, was one of the, you know what I'm saying, most blessings, you know what I'm saying, for my life to even meet the elder, you know what I'm saying, through you, DJ. And, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I shed tears for the brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm sensitive that way, you know what I'm saying, when I meet you know what I'm saying, real positive elders and people, you know what I mean, and then they pass on, you know what I'm saying, to the ancestral plane. I have to mourn, and I have to give my you know what I'm saying, my love to their family as well. You know what I'm saying? Baba, you're beautiful and blessed, and we thank you for your teachings and your time here on this plane. So that's all I want to say.
Listen. I'm trying not to cry. I was choking back tears when you were singing that song. You know, we were just on like a panel earlier today, and normally I would call Baba. Like when that whole panel we were on with Sadner, I used to call Baba whenever like something like that be going on. I'd be like, Baba, come on, Baba, get up there and like tell him, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, oh my.
Right.
I used to be like, come on, Baba, get up there and tell him how it is, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew the Bible in and out. He was a Hebrew Israelite. He became a Babalawo in the E5 faith. You know what I'm saying? And he knew so much information. He was in the politics. You know, he knew so much about a lot of different things. You know, unfortunately, when he passed away, I had did like a whole live stream for like 7 hours, and I still have that. Thank God for a StreamYard. I did a whole 7-hour StreamYard, just playing his old videos. But you know, YouTube took it down. So because you know, he was really giving it to you. So if you guys go on my page and go on Unseen Government, it's still there. Please go on there and check it out, because Baba was given. He was given blues, man. And he didn't care, you know, something about, you know, he did not care. He said everything he could ever think about, you know what I'm saying? Right. And he's been doing that. And so now he's talking about the danger of the misconception of God. That is like the live that I'm about to play right now. So he so I'm gonna like start it a little bit back over, go a little bit back. But yeah, and then I'm gonna have like some sidebars with Zion. Zion's going to back him up, because I think he, you know, at the time, when I was doing these, I didn't have that many people. You know, people see an older person on live and they don't really like, you know, it's not as enticing to see. You know what I'm saying? People are not like,
right. When our elders start pouring out information, you know what I'm saying, they're doing that because they know, you know what I'm saying, that it's, you know, it's almost that time to pay the toll. And they want to give us, you know what I'm saying, as a people, and you know what I'm saying, they're younger folks, you know what I'm saying, they want to give us everything that they know, so that we're prepared and that we consider, you know what I'm saying, the information and knowledge that they've acquired through all of that, those years of wisdom and struggle. And so, you know what I'm saying, please, y'all, you know what I'm saying, check out Baba. You know what I'm saying? Check on your elders. You know what I'm saying? When they go on a tangent and they talk your ear off, open your ears, listen, spend some time with your elders, because they are giving you a part of their lives. You know what I'm saying? All of the wisdom. They want to prepare us for, you know what I'm saying, some of these hurdles and give us the information that they've learned to the best of their ability and capacity. We can take that information in, synthesize it, and grow from that and share that too. You're going to do it when you know what I'm saying. If God blesses all of us, you know what I'm saying. God bless you, DJ Genesis. God bless your family. Hopefully, we live to those old years and are able to talk our children and our young folks, the YNs, ears off, and the ones who listen are the ones who are going to receive the lesson. So yes, I bless your love, you know what I'm saying, and stand in power, Baba Yasha. I love that. I love that, elder. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget him. So let's go.
All right, so let's play of abundance, because right now we have a lot of things going on where people are trying to take our money away from us. Right?
Yeah. Love it,
So
love it.
we don't get so listen. Baba Yashibayah came to our channel, and he talked about the true meaning of the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, and he said, I want to come back and give more clarity, the danger of the misconception of God. And what I'm going to do is allow him to take over and go from there. So let's go. What's up, Baba Yashibayah? How you doing?
I want to say, Allah, you're my sister. I'm elated, and what I want to do is I want to have the audience. First and foremost, this is my what you call disclaimer. Don't believe nothing I say. Do the research. I mean, don't come at me with your emotions. If documentation beats the conversation across the nation, if you don't have the documents or the experience of doing the research, don't get mad at me for my research. But I'm going to bring some things out. First and foremost, 85% of people do not know how to study the Bible. And though the Bible is a central figure among a lot of people, and a lot of hang with the King James, but the King James Bible is not the first English literature. There were 7 more books older than the King James written by other writers, and King James translators, they went and copied a couple of that and reprinted. There is no original text, or no original book of the King James, and the one that came out earlier, it had 80 books in it, not 66. Where they canonized, it had 80 books in it. I want to make a note of that. 80 books. There are books that goes back as far as 1336. Most of you have never even seen it, and they don't say the same thing. They're not written in the same manner. People say, "Well, I want to get the Septuagint." Well, that's only 70. I want to get the Bhagavad Gita. I want to get the Vulgate. That's in Latin. But remember, majority of the people today hangs on the King James Version. And what I want to say to people, do you not realize that King James that we holler about, first book he wrote was in 1592. It was called the book on demonology. It was a book written on a thing called demonology. So tomorrow, if you can pull that up, first of all, and King James never saw the 1611 or the 1613, neither did he put his seal on it. You can see my little camera. This is.
See that?
Let me get this thing to work.
Library.
You see the royal seal? This book was on demonology, on witchcraft.
Look at how pristine he kept his books.
Yes. Yes.
That book is glistening. I'm like, bro, my books is all jacked up, and
they look brand spanking new. You know what I'm saying?
that book is old as hell. But like that book is glistening. You know what I mean? That book is like it's brand new.
The mythology of religion, the whole thing. So his first book was written by King James, and the only book was written in 1592. Some people, they want to make him black. I don't care what you want to make it, but if you're trying to find this book for authority, you're looking at a man that was into demonology. The only reason that they wrote the King James, you can look it up, was that King James was trying to unite Scotland and England, and he wanted to marry the Queen of Scotland, but the Catholic Church wouldn't allow for it. So he created his own book. You can look it up. Is that an original, not the word original manuscript, other than what we have? I wish we had a couple of people, because we're gonna need some help, because we got some stuff for you. So buckle up. Now, I said some things at the last time. I came to solidify with documentation. So Mark, you tell me when you're ready to share, if you want to. Do you happen to have that information? Then there's a book written called The 30,000 Gods Before Jehovah. So when you say God, that's a generic term. My question to you, what God are you talking about? And the ironic thing, sisters and brothers, unless you have the proper tools or the proper reference, you'll think that God is just one. That is not true. That is not true. And I'm going to try to take my time and give it to you. And then if you have anything you want rebut, you can rebut. But let me start out by like this. And I heard Sister Monica's beautiful, beautiful debate with the brother who was in these emotions. He's throwing all these things out here, and he don't have a clue. First and foremost, if I may say, Moses could not have written the book of the Torah based on chronology. If you look at am I moving too fast? I feel like I'm moving too fast. But
no, you're good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The problem is we study these things literally out of emotion. But the young man kept saying allegory. The other week we let you know that the first 11 chapters of the book of Genesis is myth and legend. We also told you that the oldest book in the Bible is the book of Job. And I want to solidify that. My first thing is, it says books of the Bible timeline chart. Books of the Bible timeline chart. Remember, you want to study the Bible from a etymology, chronology, and language. In this, it's called Bible Wisdom timeline. It plainly says, the question is asked, what is the oldest book in the Bible chronology? In it, it said that the book of Job is the oldest book. We look it up online. It says, ask the question, what is the oldest book in the Bible chronologically? It says the oldest book in the Bible chronologically is generally considered to be the book of Job. So Job was neither Israelite nor Hebrew because the book is older than the book of Genesis. When was Genesis written? According to Archbishop James Ursher, he said that the world started on December the 23rd at 9 o'clock in the morning at 4004 BC. Please write that down, because we have to use that to prove that Moses could not have had anything to do with, because when I studied with the rabbinical order, which I want to call them white, whatever, they said that the priesthood attributed to Moses. Moses did not have anything because he wasn't even born. Where is it in scripture where Moses sat down with the angels with paper and pen and wrote down all of these things that we claim is in the Bible? It's called the Torah. Moses could not have written the Torah. So we went around on a fabrication, giving credit to a man that wasn't even born till he went into, allegedly till he went into Egypt. So how old is, forgive me for laughing. I mean, think about it. If Genesis is the first book, but you find out there's a book older than it, so we never got a problem. Remember, look for a historical timeline, or look for the etymology of certain words. Certain words did not exist at that time. That's why I sent. So let me go through this thing. It says period and timeline. But are we okay?
Yeah, everything's good. Keep going.
Okay. Timeline. It says book of the Bible time chart. It says Genesis was written by Moses between 1446 and 1406 BC. Come on, people. Exodus written by written by Moses 1446 to 1406. Leviticus written by Moses 1446 to 1406. Man, what even? Wait a minute. Numbers, another book written by Moses 1446 to 1406. And you can look this up online. How in the Sam hell could Moses be doing all this writing and there's no record where he sat down with nobody from the priesthood or nobody from God's heaven to sit down and write all this info down? He got it when he was born, went up, sent up the river, had to grow up, live in the house of Pharaoh, with all this stuff. Where did the information come from that he had about all these various books? We got to learn, we got to use some common sense and logic. Yet we base our life off a book called the Torah, saying that this is the word of God. This is not the word of God. It is the writing and information of a people trying to establish a history, because there are books that the Bible even quotes. If it's the oldest, what the Bible doing quoting other books? Well, Baba Yashibayah, what the hell do you mean quoting other books? What I'm plainly saying For instance, is everybody all right? I got to use that word. That's one of my Bible laws. Is everybody all
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Everybody's
Yeah.
all right. Keep going. Yeah.
Sister Monica, in First Chronicles 29 and 30, I want to use the book. If you ask the thing, when was these books really written? If the timeline will not match up. Remember, people, the world started in 4004 BC. So you got to count down from 4004 BC to then when you get to all it. So 4004 is a basic number. So if these other books are written in 1446 to 1406, Exodus written in 1440. Here we go. What you got? Okay. It says, as the event of kings range from the beginning to the end, they're all written in the record of Samuel the seer. Where in your book is the book of Samuel the seer? Where in your Bible do you find Nathan the prophet, or the record of Gad the seer? Where are these books in your Bible? Remember, the Bible's quoting other books, yet they're not in your book.
Thoughts so far? Zion, you there?
I'm here.
So what do you think about this? He's saying that the Bible is quoting books that are not in the Bible.
Oh yeah, no, I know that there's a book that was spoken of. I don't remember what it is called, the Book of the War of the Lord, and that book is there is in obscurity. Okay, the book of and Christ talks about the book of the war of the Lord. Another book, the book of the war in heaven. Not sure if they're the same book being referenced in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, but not a nigga got neither one of them.
Right. So Samuel the seer, Nathan the prophet, Gad the seer, and the war of the Lord.
Thank you. There you go. Yeah, I knew about that.
That's
when I was
four
on
books
atheism,
right there that are not in the Bible.
yeah, when I was on my atheism tip, you know what I'm saying? I always said, you ever read the Book of the War of the Lord? And you're like, what's that? What's that? Yeah, it's some apocryphal text. No, Jesus referred to it.
Wow. So here we go.
King James.
I ain't got that book. Okay. So you don't know what the hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the hell.
He's breaking down. He said, no, we didn't got to go that deep in the New Testament. Just Samuel the seer,
Right.
Gad the seer, Nathan the prophet. None of these books exist.
Where is the book of Gad? Where's the book of Nathan the prophet? Where is the record of Gad the seer?
Right.
Here's a good one. Go to Numbers, the book of Numbers, and get me Numbers 21st or 21:14. I'm out there, come out the Bible.
Yo,
Numbers,
DJ, DJ, pause for a second. I really want, I want to read those books. Like,
right. I'm like, where is that? That's not the most interesting book.
Those books sound fire, yo. I'm trying to say, like, where are those books at? Because I need that. I need that in my life. I need the book of
Gad the prophet, Nathan the seer, and
like, yo, B, what are we missing here? Go ahead.
These extra books.
Documentation beats conversation all day long.
Here it is. Look, that's why the book of the war of the Lord said. Ain't that what you said? The book War of the Lord. Listen, Bible was not playing, bro.
I swear, yo. When I and it was years ago, you know what I'm saying, when I heard of that book, and I, you know what I'm saying, and I searched before, like, you know what I'm saying, all of this internet AI stuff, and couldn't find it nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, this sound like some Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? Type
right.
I'm like, yo, B, I need to read that.
Right. So yeah, so he brought that up. You said the Lord, it was already he was already loaded in the clip. He was gonna bring that up. You know
that was probably the most fire book of the Bible and nobody can pull that up.
Right. Here we go.
book of War of the Lord say. Now, where that book in your Bible about the book of the War of the Lord? I'm asking a question. All these Bible scholars, all these different religions, you got a Bible you claim to call it King James Word when it is not based on the historical facts, based on the timeline, based on the etymology, based on the linguistics. So how can you claim this thing when the book you say itself is from God? No attack, just fact. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the people that taught you that was not well informed. Or prove me wrong. I'll stand and be debated and prove wrong. Because this is in your Bible. This is your book. And the best way to debate anybody is take the book that they believe in and show them the error in it. There's a book called Biblical Allegories. It talks about the 101 myths that's in the Bible. There's another book called Myth and Deception of the Bible by Lord Graham. He gives you all the laydown. Am I still moving too fast?
No, keep going.
The next thing I want to let you know is that you talk about etymology, Jesus the Christ. If there's a book called The Gospel of Barnabas, have you ever heard of it? Called
I've heard about the Gospel of Barnabas.
What is it with
have you heard
our
about the
Bibles
confession
that
of the
go
gospel in the
fingernails?
Gospel of Barnabas, where
My
Jesus said that I
father
am not
did
the
that
Messiah?
too, y'all.
Because the word Christ comes from the word.
What is it with our barbers and the you know what I'm saying? I mean, his fingernails is clean, but you know what I'm saying, that he looked like he could rip your face off. My father did this, you know what I'm saying? It was something
The fingernails be strong.
Baba Yasha's fingernails, he got talons, yo.
Man, I saw that. Damn, his fingernails look strong as hell. Let's go.
You are a Messiah. If you look at the etymology of the word, it went from becoming, for sake of conversation, we're going from the so-called Hebrew to the Greek.
Oh yeah, pause.
The God in the Old Testament, the gods in the Old Testament.
Pause 2 seconds. I want to respond to that. Yes, Sylvia Goodman, perfect. I was going to say that the Book of Enoch does, you know what I'm saying, open up the possibilities of some of that. You know what I'm saying, because I believe the Book of the War in Heavens was supposed to be prior to, you know what I'm saying, like the fall of Lucifer, according to, you know, even the Quran and certain parts of, I think Ezekiel touch on that. I think definitely Enoch touches on a lot of that. Enoch gets really deep, but they only usually say, a lot of people only give credibility to the first 2 books of Enoch, and then say that, you know what I'm saying, the other you know, I think there's like 5 books or something of Enoch or something in the Ethiopian canon that they think is written later at a later date. So yeah, I if you want to get close to the Book of the War of the Lords and in the War in Heaven, definitely go and check out your Ethiopian Bible's Book of Enoch. So yeah, that's the closest you're gonna get, but you're not gonna find that book nowhere. So Bobby,
You ain't gonna find it.
yeah, you're not gonna find it. Yeah.
It's the same God that's in the New. Why? According to the language, the God in the New Testament name is Theo. Its name is Theo. And that John 3:16 with the proper Bible. And I mean proper. There's a Bible that I had in my congregation when I pastored 48 years that I taught from. It's called the King James Hebrew and Greek Keyword Study Bible by Spiro. It has a concordance. In the concordance and dictionary, it breaks down all the words that's in the particular keywords in the verse and breaks them down.
Do you know he had been a pastor for 48 years?
Yes. The elder has been, you know what I'm saying, he's been through all of these mystery schools, from Christianity to Israelism, you know what I'm saying, and then into the Yoruba and the Ifa. So yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's a library of knowledge and information.
Yes.
You understand the language of that day and what it meant and how it was translated. Remember, we dealing with translation and mistranslations of words, because there are some words cannot be translated out of some languages because there's nothing that is equal to it or compared to what the definition is in the original language. Therefore, they create a definition. And that's the problem we have. We say the word G-O-D. Most Jewish people, white, do not use the word G-O-D. They omit the O. they use the word Elohim or
Right.
El Shaddai,
Yes.
Adonai, so forth and so on. The young man said that they say that the Hebrews say that God of the Bible is only God for the Israelites. That's not what it said in Deuteronomy 33:26. He said, I'm the God of Yasharon. You going to tell me that Yasharon is a metaphysical name for Israel? That's bullshit. That's wrong. I don't use it. Because if I go to Habakkuk 3 and
Baba. He's going in right now. He is going in right now.
Right.
let me slow my roll. I'm excited. Let me slow my roll. Because
Yeah,
y'all ain't getting it.
he cooking. Let him
Let's
cook.
go to what I'm asking you to look for that you have that you can show the brains up to speed. And I'm not gonna get in her because you did 6 hours the other day. Maybe I can get 2 hours out of doing it.
Habakkuk?
Huh?
Did you say to go to Habakkuk?
No, Habakkuk 3 and 3.
How do you spell it? Habakkuk 3.
Habakkuk, H-A-B. Hold on a minute. Habakkuk 3 and 3. You don't have a regular Bible and at your disposal, these sweetheart.
No.
You got one in your house, but and
No, I don't. I have one.
Would you run by Kmart and get you? No, don't do that.
Habakkuk. How do you spell Habakkuk?
Is it H-A-B, Habakkuk, H-A-B-A-K-K-U-K, H-A-B.
Right, okay, so let's see. Is this the one you're talking about?
Habakkuk 3 and 3. Yeah. God came from Tema, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. And his glory covered the heavens and the prey and filled the earth. So where did God come from?
God came from Taman, the
Came
Holy
from
One
Tema.
from Mount Paran.
Mount Paran, and Mount Paran is Mount Paran over there is out of South America. These are the holy ones. Well, then if you go to Deuteronomy 33, it talk about Deuteronomy 33, where they talked about God signed from Seir, and he brought with him 10,000 saints. These are the saints that came from Paran. Go to Deuteronomy 33, and let's start with verse 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got it right there. The Lord came from south and down. Okay, you see Mount Paran, it's the same one. It came with 10,000 saints. They was called the Holy One. That is not Israel. That's the people that came from another area to the wilderness. It didn't say they came from Egypt. Look at it. What myriad of holy ones. And the funny thing about it, beloved, is that if you look at the etymology of the word, and there's a book called Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. It's called the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. And if you look up the etymology of the word Israel, which will be given to Jacob, that word means to struggle with or against your maker. Yasharon does not, it means the upright one. So how you gonna struggle and be upright? And as I told you other week, what was the name of the angel, what it took place at, and why was he able to ride this angel all night to almost daybreak? It was not God. So what was the angel's name that did all this? And it said in his pioneer, that meant that Jacob was asleep because they later named that as a particular place. The question you have to ask, now, we have brought out a few questions already. First and foremost, Moses, according to itself, could not have written the Torah. Next thing is, if the Bible is the oldest book, as some say, why is he quoting other books? There's another book in the Bible it quotes about a book called, I think it's in Samuel, it talks about a book called Yasher or Jasper. It said, it's written in the book of Yasher what really happened in the Red Sea. So you ain't got the whole Red Sea story. We have a lot of things running, and the material you're working is incomplete. Not only count the missing 14, there's about 50 more that the book don't even mention. If you don't have all the information, how can you get a correct understanding of the book if some of the major pieces is missing out of the story? Please help my ignorant self out with that. And I passed it 48 years, and a lot of questions could not be answered. You want to take the book without proper instructions, because it was called the Book of Confusion for 200 years. You were not even allowed to have it in your possession, or you will be killed or beheaded for having it.
Wait, so you're saying that people that had the Bible were not allowed to have the Bible at all?
They were not allowed to even touch it. Let's not have it. You will be beheaded. Right. That's why a lot of the guys that when they did write the so English translation from the Latin, they were killed. For instance, that was a guy by the name of William Tyndale. William Tyndale. He wrote the Bible. He wrote a Bible for the English people. William Tyndale. Look him up. William Tyndale. I'm trying to get this data together. Yeah. William Tyndale.
The scrolls right now.
Remember, there are 7 books, Bible, that written long before the 1611. His name was William Tyndale. I don't want to travel there without documentation. That's him right there. William. Then you had another one written by.
He looked
that's William
evil.
Tyndale. Let's do a little timeline.
That is scary looking.
You got one called John Wycliffe. Look up John.
He looks crazy.
He looks crazy. That's
cool. On these Bibles. John Wycliffe.
Who drew that?
Let's start with John Wycliffe and walk it down. John Wycliffe.
Geneva Bible.
The first English translation of the Bible was written in Oxford. John Wycliffe. We got Wycliffe. All right. Then you got we just did William Tyndale. Coming up next, we have a guy by the name Miles Coverdale. Myles Coverdale. Coverdale. And let me give you a timeline for the guys who wrote these books. John Wycliffe wrote his Bible from 1331 to 1384. I'm gonna give you the timeline, and that is that was C8, before the Common Era. William Tyndale wrote his book from 1494 to 1536. C8.
All right, so Silky, he just joined. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Silky? Welcome to the chat.
Yo, how you doing? What's up? Peace to the panel. Hey, how you doing, brother? You referring to the William Tyndale, the Geneva Bible, right?
Yeah,
1599 Geneva or 1500.
Yeah, I'm going through the whole list because there are 7 books that is older than the King James Bible that was written. And then you have to get down to one.
It's good with you, Silky. How you doing, man? We over here just reminiscing and remembering Bobby Yasha. Bobby Shot, you know. Yeah. So yeah. The Geneva Bible.
Silky actually came up during the live when we were doing this. This is him on the live.
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
I don't know where you were like when we were doing this because Silky was he man. Shout out to Silky because he used to come up here and support. You know what Bible?
What they took and copied things from, I think it was from the Geneva Bible and the Bishop Bible, and the 52 scribe that was writing it went in and borrowed pieces from it. But remember, some of these guys was killed and beheaded because the book was not allowed to be in the hands of the layman of people. They was
okay, hold on. I hear you. Slow down now. Okay, well, first, King James banned the Geneva Bible, and he banned everybody that had the Geneva Bible that was writing about the Bible because he wanted his Bible apparently to be number 1. But before King James did that Bible, he wrote Demonology, which is about the same.
Yeah,
your audio is messing up. Your audio is messing up. Silky.
Definitely is before that stuff.
Your audio is messing up, Silky. You gotta come back up. It's messing up. Your audio is breaking up. All right, go ahead, Baba.
Yeah, but he going on the same thing. Well, the king did it not, but remember they passed laws. Not only that the priesthood, because it was only the priest was allowed to have it. There's a book that I recommend people get. It was called From the KJV to the NIV by Jack P. Lewis. It gives you a whole history and breakdown. And they called these people that they was denied the right to even have it. Matter of fact, one of the writers, translator, said he'd rather be teared between 2 horses and pulled apart than for the vague people to have the Bible, because it was called the Book of Confusion. I can get that off my shelf and we can read it, because we stopped. Like I said, that's the problem.
So they called the book of the Bible the Book of Confusion?
Yes.
They called the Bible the Book of Confusion.
And for 200 years, you were not allowed to even have it. If you look up what happened to Wycliffe, when they got his books, they burned him with it and they crucified him.
What?
Because look up what happened to him. They killed him. And every time
Silky, if you're talking, I can't hear you. Go ahead. I think I'm muted. Go ahead.
I was saying, if you went against King James, he was a crazy killer. He was killing everybody.
Yeah,
Like
man.
whatever he was killing with, was killing,
Because
trying killing. And whoever went against King James, he was dying. So when he made his book, when he was writing the King James book, he had the sole, you know what I'm saying, final say so everything. And he literally wrote demonology, which is about justifying killing witches, which is basically like if a female was bipolar or something, they would call her a witch. And he was going run around doing all that to killing the women and killing people for being witchcraft, warlocks, and things like that. So, and then he goes and gives you demonology
yeah,
to
and
justify his witch killing. And not to mention he
and not
killed
only
people
that,
for a Bible.
in here it talks about him being able to
And then Shakespeare pops
practice
up about it about a little bit after that.
Yeah, he says witchcraft and necromancy, possession, demon, all these things. He wrote about these were written in 1592. 1592. Now, so that means he wasn't around, but the priesthood wasn't around.
Well, welcome, Pamelaism. You know, I'm not sure if you know this, but Baba passed away.
Yeah, you told me, and yeah, it kind of hurts, man. Not kind of. It's it really struck me. I had a dialogue with the elder on your panel actually, and really, I just wanted to come up and pay respects to the elder and send my condolences to his family if they listening. Really, he was a powerful elder. He still is. He is a powerful elder.
Well, thank you so much, yeah, because and I'm glad to have been able to like share what he knew. His books, look at his book. That book is pristine. You know what I'm saying? He had like 50
Yeah,
books
yeah.
and they all look like brand new. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know whether he was reading them with like gloves on. Like, how do you have these books and read them all and not mess them up? Like, so yeah.
Yeah,
So
and really, this is a teachable moment for us that are still here. Make sure that we conduct ourselves with integrity, dignity, and respect, and engage in actions that will benefit our future generations in a way that our work will live on after we are gone, and the future generations after us will feel the positive impact of what we did while we were here, even if they were born after we had already passed. Let's just make sure we do something that benefits our future generations in a way that they know we did it, and it will motivate them to do something positive for their future generations.
Shay, I agree. I agree.
Ken, I appreciate that too, man. Absolutely.
To them because they
Yes.
wanted to establish, almost like our old boy 45 or 47. I'm going to take away the power of communication. So whatever I say, they can't go back and check against it. We're going through the same thing now. When I'm giving you, what I'm telling you, I have the documents, I have the books in my shelf. The original 1611 has in it 80 books, not 66, and it's written to the Occidental star, Queen Elizabeth, in her honor. Let me get that particular book, if I may. So I don't talk without documentation.
All right, so I just unmuted you. I'm trying to talk to you. Unmute your mic. You still there, Silk? Oh, okay. So we're waiting on Baba Yashibayah to bring his book. You know, he has over 1,500 books in his library. Like, so he got like some books that's worth almost
Man,
like
I
thousands
love
of dollars, like
that.
$5,000,
Yeah, I would
$10,000.
love to have
This is
one
a this
yourself,
is
man.
the 1611 written in Britannian English.
Man, look at that Bible. Look at how
I
pristine
would
that.
love to have one of the books off of his shelf. Just, you know what I'm saying? It will be a safe keep. You know what I mean? So serious, yo. You know, yeah.
Let me put this bad boy over. Let me get it to line up. I'm gonna get it to line up. It's
Yeah,
written
my
what they call
father,
botanical
would be mad
in
at me.
English.
The
It's
book
the
that he
double
gave
stamp.
me is tattered.
And the funny thing about in this book, there is no J's in it. There's no J's in this book because the letter J didn't exist.
Have you seen this book? Can you pause for a second? Look how tattered my book.
And it talks about.
Say it again.
Yeah, can you look? Can you see? Can you see here? This book here. I don't think you can see it.
You had like the background. It's oh yeah, Oron or Orisha.
Orin
Green
Orisha.
Orisha, yeah.
Yeah, this book, my father, I was with him, you know what I'm saying, when he purchased this book. You know what I'm saying? It's been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I've always kept it because it was a safekeep for my father. And this is the songs for the selected heads, right? Of the Orisha. So if you ever, have an opportunity to grab this book, you know what I'm saying? But you see how tatted my book is? Look at how Yasha's book looks,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, man, and you got that book like in the 1980s sometime. Like what? Like I got this book back in 1967.
You know what I'm saying? And it looked like it was just printed yesterday.
Right. I'm like, man, I don't got no books that looks this good. Look at this. Look at how it's just shining. Like I'm like, bro, he take care of it. All right, so I just unmuted you. I'm trying to talk to you. This book with y'all. Unmute your mic. Listen, the 1611 Holy Bible. Watch when he goes. Still there, Silk? Watch when he grabs it and shows it. This is how. Oh, okay, so we're waiting on Baba Yashibayah to bring his book because he has over 1,500 books in his library. Like so, he got like some books that's worth almost like thousands of dollars, like $5,000-$10,000.
This is the 1611 written in Britannian English. I'm gonna get this bad boy over. Let me get it to line up. I'm gonna get it to line up. It's written what they call Britannica in English. It's a double stamp. And the funny thing about in this book, there is no J's in it. There's no J's in this book because the letter J didn't exist. Oh, yeah. And it talks about it says to the most high and mighty Prince James, grace be unto you. It says, rather than manifold blessings, most master, and to the Occidental Star Queen Elizabeth. It was written to, that's the book right here. Go online. Well, I find where my camera is. Yeah, that's how it look. You know the word James got an I instead of a J. That is the 1611 or authorized translated, but there's no original text. There's no original manuscript for the King James. Everything is borrowed and reprinted.
Yeah, they took hold on, I believe it's 20% of it is translated from the Geneva Bible, and the rest of the 80% is taken off of.
Yeah, the Geneva Bible and the Bishop Bible. You on point, bro. You know the story. You know the story.
Yeah, I know a little bit, man. I know a little bit here and there.
You know something, man. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with you. You on point. Don't play with me, okay? And but a lot of people not aware of this, man. And they run around here perpetrating like they know, and it's quoted out of the cherry pick, paint a picture. When it won't work without etymology, chronology, timeline, and language, you miss it. That, and I studied with the rabbinical author, there is no word in the ancient text for God. There is no word because that word was not around because the Gothic people or Gault created the word. Now, what word was that they used? And the thing about Moses. Now, I ask you, how in the Sam Thunder could Moses write the Torah when he wasn't even born? And where is it written in your text that he sat down and scribed all this? The only thing he scribed open the Ten Commandments, he broke them, coming out the mountain and redid them. So where did all this shit take place at? I just want to know, help my ignorant butt out. I'm just a crazy old 79-year-old man, got a case of dementia. Shit.
Yeah, me and you both, brother. Me and you both.
Yeah, so help me out. But you run around here with all this.
You saying where the origins of the Bible coming from?
Huh?
Are you asking me where the origins of the Bible come from?
Like that? I know where it comes from. It came from the origin of the book itself came from the Samaritan text about Gilgamesh and other tribes, because these are not the only ones. Every nation has a creation story. Every nation that has a reason has a book they follow. But the Jewish people borrowed a lot of stuff because they were trying to create a history for themselves. So they borrowed a lot. It says Jewish myths and legends. So it's built on mythology, allegory, and what they call legends.
So it's metaphorical.
Yeah, and it's not historical because none of the timeline fits up. And then the thing is, Professor, if the Bible is the oldest, what are you doing quoting other books? What are you doing quoting other books if it's the oldest book? Come on, man.
It borrowed from another book, huh? I know,
Yeah,
right?
man. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there.
No, no, that bust that doggone hunt.
And then that's one verse. That's one verse out of the whole book. We only getting several verses out of a whole book.
Yeah, see, but they don't
Quote,
realize.
unquote.
Check this out, Professor. These niggas run around talking about the 10 commandments. It's 613 laws in the Torah. 613. And there's some that deal with animal sacrifice, divorce, and all of 613. Then there's a book called what is it? 42 Native Confessions. Then you go into the other one, we talk about Hammurabi codes. So remember, Moses allegedly had a chance to study all of this stuff and create from these tablets this thing you climb the mountain with. Now, God gonna give you some shit, you're gonna break it. You a bad Moses student. You bad. You gonna take a
here's a question though, because when I in my debate with the Israelite, he was talking about the fact that that Ifa practitioners are practicing witchcraft because we believe in our ancestors. We practice sacrifice of animals, even though the sacrifice is not to a particular god, but maybe to feed us or feed the Orisha. And he made it seem like it was an evil thing to practice sacrifice.
He don't know his book, sister, because in that 1613 it tells you the same thing. It tells them the same how to do the sacrifice, when to do the sacrifice, what is it for. Why would Mary have to go and give up 2 turtle doves and a pigeon when Jesus was born at the temple to be sacrificed?
Yeah, they brought like 20 sheep or like feeding lambs or goats or something.
Right. Wait. On the first day of Christmas,
you can play all you want to. Certain things, they had to go. They had to do
partridge in a pear tree. God dang it.
Yeah, but not only this, so if they had to bring in certain sacrifices. Why you think in the book of what is it? Or when they say if you pay tithing, you bring anything to the thing for what?
They sacrifice humans too, though. They was sacrificing humans, all kind of stuff. They were sacrificing.
Look, Professor, the book says that God got so upset with them and came out of the mind, he killed 22,000 Israelites there in the desert. If that ain't human sacrifice, I'll keep some butt downtown around noon. 22,000 for buying down to the golden calf. It's in that book. Open the ground and swallowed up 22,000 people for buying down to a golden calf. If that ain't human sacrifice, I'll keep some butt downtown around noon. Come on, man.
Not the golden calf, and they worshiping the cow.
Yeah, come on now.
What do you say? If that ain't true, I'll kiss your butt 1,000 times to high noon. What the heck?
And then he told you when you sacrifice and save me the fat and the kidneys. So why God want fat and kidneys? If I'm going to give him a box of oxtails to go with it. Come on.
Well, it's kind of funny too, because when they talk about that stuff, they be throwing out the word like dragon. I heard a little bit like when they're talking about sheep and lamb, and like they're sacrificing a large amount of meat and animal, livestock. What they said the offering wasn't never about money; it was about food, right? And they supposed to bring an offer like right. So could you imagine a whole bunch of people bringing one person all this food? He can't even store it nowhere. Like where
they have a storehouse, but now when you bring your sheep, it ain't good. You got to buy my sheep. The priest will sell you one, take yours and sell you one. It has to be perfect. It had no blemishes. Come on, man. Don't get me started.
They had no blemishes.
These folks run around here perpetrating because they want to be, but you got to do the research. And if the boss said, I'm like, what's his name? Say if the glove don't fit, you got to quit. If the shit don't fit, you got to leave it alone. And it don't fit. Anybody, and I'm not asking to be attacked. I'm saying bring me facts and not fantasy. I have the documentation. All with the right.
What they gonna scream out? They're gonna scream out. It's got history that matches the Bible, the House of David, or the 10 Bells of Naka or some crap. I heard a few.
No,
yeah, it don't even line up like that. It really don't. It don't. The timeline don't match up. Then not to mention the covenants are all off. Not to mention you grabbing it from 40 different authors over a span of 1,500 years of writing. Yeah, good luck making that match up.
And the thing about it, I'm sure gonna make them mad now. The New Testament, the Barada Shah, they call it, right? The New Covenant. Who is Marcion? Marcion wrote the first New Testament. Okay, Sister Monica. Where'd she go?
I'm here.
Sister Monica, do me a favor. Look up the Piso family. Type in Piso family and read it. You got me, brother. Professor, you got me started, bro. Look at the Piso family. I got a stack of stuff. Y'all see what I got a whole arsenal around me here.
Hey, we gotta wake them up, brother. It's up to me and you to wake them up.
So the Piso family specifically.
I'm gonna work on.
So the Piso family, specifically the Calpurni Piso branch, was a prominent and wealthy Roman family with connections to many distinguished families known for their wealth, oratorical skills, and involvement in Roman politics.
Keep going. The Piso family,
they possess great wealth. Okay, let's go.
They want to create the New Testament.
So they wrote the New Testament, or they did what the New Testament?
They
wrote Matthew and Mark. Oh, hold on. So wait.
Isn't it funny that Jesus came from Judea, but he had English-speaking disciples? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But this man came from the tribe of Judah.
So they're trying to say that this is a conspiracy.
They call it the one.
Roman Piso theory is a pseudo-historical theory of origins of Christianity. States that well-educated Romans, the Piso family, wrote the New Testament, particularly got the Gospels as social control mechanisms. Its advocates call it the New Classical Scholarship, but no one takes it serious. Not even Acharya bought into it.
Okay, but then let's use their book then. First and foremost, if you did was Jesus a Christian?
No.
Okay, but in order to prove that, you got to go. You know who that name came from? It was the niggers there at Antioch that created a name for the white boys on the isle called Patmos. We called them Cretans, and they took the word and made it Christian. When you say I'm a Christian, you didn't say I'm a Christian. You said I'm a Christian. So the word Christian from the word Cretan, Cretin. You look that up and post it up from the Random House Dictionary, unabridged, Cretin.
But a Cretan was considered a Cretan.
That's a French word. That's a derogatory statement. Means you're an idiot and have dwarfism. I.e., see Christian. That's what it says in Random House. A sickness.
Cretin, yeah. So they considered the Cretans to be a stupid person used in general terms of abuse. Yeah.
Now wait a minute. Well, that's that. Let's go to Titus 1 and 12 in the Bible.
Okay.
We can do the same thing they do. I'm good at it. I pass it along and I know the book. Titus 1 and 12 say what? For one of themselves, even the prophets of their own, say that the Cretans are what? What are they?
Always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. One of the Cretans, a prophet of their own, said Cretans are always liars, evil beasts, lazy gluttons.
Okay.
Not the gluttons. I love the gluttons.
But I see that they tried to change Cretans, because it said the Cretians, and then they have the Cretans.
I don't care what they said, but it says but the word on the unabridged of Random House said I.E.
What year did that? What year was it created? You got to see what year Cretans came out. What year was Cretan come out in the origins?
Okay. Well, see, the word Cretan comes to Isle of Crete. Better yet, it was, and I use what I answered. It was the niggers at Antioch that named them that, and also that named them Christians. Acts 13 and 1. Acts 13 and 1. You'll find the word nigger, Niger, without the other G.
Listen, Brian, you hear he
just... Oh, Niger. You talking about Niger in the Bible?
Well, they call you, but they call it Niger, but there's no critical mark to change the word when you break it down. But anyway, when you look at it, it says that they were the pastors and teachers at Antioch. This thing started at Antioch. So if you go there and you see what they did, then you go to Acts 11 and 26, and they were first called Christians at Antioch. Hell, Jesus was gone. And you look at the timeline when that took place. If Jesus died in 33 AD, what's going on here at Antioch? Couldn't have been him. You see my point?
So, what year was this supposed to be? The Antioch.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to look at the timeline of the year. You got to go in the timeline when that was been written. We're talking about AD and not BC.
That part.
Yeah. And then wait a minute. That ain't it. Now, as I spoke earlier, this may make them mad, but I didn't write the book. In Matthew, the 16th chapter, verse 20, when they was called out, this guy that we call Jesus, no attack, said, I am not the Messiah. I'm not who you look for. And in the book of Barnabas, the 94th part of it, I mean, so to say, deal, he told him, you have greatly erred. You've been deceived. Jesus strictly all the disciples telling them that he is that what?
That he is the Messiah?
No. Jesus strictly ordered them disciples not to tell any man, so something's missing.
So they don't tell anyone that he was the Messiah.
So why not?
He ordered his disciple not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. That's Matthew 16:20.
So why would he do that? What is he scared of? He's the Son of God.
He sternly warned the disciples not to tell anyone he was the Messiah.
Why? I mean,
he's like, what are you hiding for? What he acting? What he? He's supposed to be spreading the word, huh?
Yeah. Now go to Luke 9:21. He got pissed off. I'm talking about these things people grab and run with and don't understand what it is. And you run out with this and you have not done your research because you run with emotions, not on knowledge, with understanding and knowledge. And then when you deal with that, and we'll get in that in just a minute. Remember, I'm coming off the dome with this stuff, y'all. I ain't got my notes in front of me. I got to get back to my other notes, but I think Professor coming on now, you know.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty. Yeah, you good. You doing nice.
You know, yeah. What you got, Mom? Now, check this out. Did you find it? Well, he straightly told them, "Don't tell no man this." What? If you come to do all these things, why are you so afraid? I think it's let me see. Let me go get my book because I got about 15 Bibles, different ones. I'm gonna pick up one of these bad boys. And let's see what we got here.
So what do you think about the Septuagint, the Dead Sea Scrolls, all that stuff?
You know, everything has its place. Most of the cats won't even touch it. But you want to jump on something that is older. Matter of fact, Professor, I would call you Professor. Ephah is so old, and let me say this: the young brother said that sister brought up about divination. Do you not know that the so-called Jews got a divination system called Urim theorem, where they cast out of the breastplate? It's hid in the breastplate, you know, and they cast each thing. They got a thing called preem, which means the casting of lots. They cast lots for Jesus, bro. That is divining, people. It's used to decide who gets what, when, or right or wrong, to communicate with their God. And their God told them, it ain't about the praying. You go to the priest, he gonna divine and give you the answer. That's the same thing that Bible law do. Same thing they do. You go to the people that know, that have the training to get you the answers.
Yeah, I kind of feel you on that one because I was like, even in the book, even in the Bible, the high priests were always around. Yeah. The high priest been there. They was not allowed to work at their own possession. Their job was to be to be on point. When people need something, come here, we're gonna handle it. And it's always requires something. Bring me this, bring me that, so we can do this to get that done. So and then they got a thing called the Kabbalah. They got a thing that the mythical side of Judaism, all that is called the Kabbalah. Better known as alchemy. I studied with these folks. Yeah.
And they practice this stuff. And when Moses went out there and melted the cow down and made them drink of a golden cow, you know your body needs gold for it to live longer. That's why they didn't age so fast in the wilderness. That's why they was not sick, because they was drinking the gold, water off the gold that was being there, and they do that over China today. They take gold, pure gold, run it over water heat, and they drank it. Did y'all not know that?
Well, no, we didn't know they was eating the gold. I know they can use it for a lot of stuff.
No, but gold is a part of your minerals in your body. You meet gold, and we don't get it.
What they put gold on? Chocolate? Gold is on salt.
They take gold, pure gold, and they run it over water. And they were drinking the water. In the book, it says God took the golden calf, crushed it, put it in the water, and said, drink, you heathens. Hell, they live longer.
What's 120?
But the man, according to the story, I'm going like that was no problem. Hell, I need some gold now. I'm sitting there, I'm struggling, grunting to my get up. Shit, I need some gold right about now. If I find some gold, I can drink it. There's a lot of things that we look at that people get. Oh man, get me started.
You gotta go a 24 karat gold. Just throw it in some water and just drink off of that every day.
Yeah, you look it up.
Right?
Yeah, gold. So Moses did him a favor. Oh man, I've got what did you find the last thing I gave you to look up?
Which one? I went to Luke.
Yeah, it should be one in Matthew, Mark. It should be something in Mark as well that refers to, with reference to the same thing. But that's thing, and another thing people don't realize, better get in trouble. They claim that that Jesus is the only begotten Son of God. God, the Bible, the God of the Old Testament, I'll put it like that. The one that came from Tema with the Holy One from Mount Peron, the one that they claimed their father, Yashibayah. That word, oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
Go back. That particular event.
Uh-oh. Where?
They saw us at Kentucky Derby. Let me slow it down. Because this stuff is too important.
20 through 21. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one where Paul expresses a desire to be with the Galatians and changes tone as he's perplexed by their situation, or is this something different?
He says, I desire to be with you, Galatians 4th chapter, verse 20 and 21.
Okay, here we go. I would like to be with you now and to change my tone, for I am perplexed because of you.
Now, hold on a minute. See, y'all reading them revised versions. I want the old KJV, the one the Negro used to before they ever come up, the NIVs and the New Modern and the Parallel. You got to go get that old stuff. So it read the same way we read back in the old.
Use the Geneva. Go to the Geneva 1599.
The King James 1611. You want that one, and you want to bring up that Now let's go to work. That's when most folks got.
All right, so hold on. Here is the one right here. I desire to be present with you now, and to change my voice, for I stand in doubt of you. Tell me ye that ye desire to be under the law. Do ye not hear the law?
22.
All right, let's go to 22. Read the full chapter. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
But he who was a bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise. Which things are an allegory for those. For these are the two covenants. The one from the Mount Sinai, which gendereth to bondage, which is Agar.
Oh yeah, because the poor son got the kingdom, and the spoiled of the real son didn't get anything, right? Ain't that how the story goes?
Right, but it's saying it's allegory.
But and it said it, and Hagar, whose mouth is in Arabia. Now, holy moly, these things are an allegory, right? So he said this is the story. These are two different covenants. And the young man said, we know a lot of things allegorical. You're right. The whole thing you're talking about is allegorical. That's the sad part about it.
Yeah, they ain't made it in the Bible as allegory. People try to make it literal.
Everything. And another sad thing about it, we are the chosen people of God. That ain't what the book say. 2 Chronicles 7:14 say, if my people that are called by my name, name me one group that gave you the name of God. Tell me one. 2 Chronicles 7:14, he gave you a whole layout. You don't need nobody to die for your sins, because can't nobody die for your sins. Ezekiel the 18th chapter said, can't nobody die for your sins. Yet, and that wasn't why Jesus died. He died, allegedly died, according to, remember the storyline, he died because of insurrection. The same shit happened on January the 6th in Washington, D.C.
And then not to mention, and then if he died, and then he died, and didn't nobody ask him to die for us either. Like, didn't nobody ask him to do that.
What he
so
came back
now you're doing something forcing the favor on us now, type stuff.
For if my people, which are called by my name, first of all, what's the name? Would humble themselves and pray. They didn't pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin and what? And heal the land and remember them no more. So why about somebody? Why are they about to die if this is going to take place? But remember that are called by my name. It ain't Israel, because they was named Israel by the angel to Jacob. So Abraham's name was never Israel. None of his sons ever was named Israel. Yeah, that, huh? And the closest thing to it is Ishmael, which means him who God heareth.
Was it ever Israel and El?
Yeah. But no, it was Isaac. It was Isaac and Ishmael. Then the
And
next thing,
Ishmael is Muhammad, right? Is the Quran.
well, the Muslims claim that because of Hagar,
Right.
but the word Ishmael is mostly used among the Muslims. But that means the word Ishmael means one whom God heareth. The other
Well,
one
see, that's
means
another
one.
thing in the Bible. They got Muslim stuff in there. Like they're talking about temples. They're talking about turbans.
Oh, whoa. The same folks that gave them the Bible gave them the Quran, because I can prove you find the same characters. Now the Quran came in around 620, 625 AD, which is after the Bible. But if you got many of the
Yeah,
same
you're right.
characters,
Yeah, you're right about that one. The
you see
Quran is definitely a runoff or spinoff, but it's pimped
right.
out too, though. They pimped it
Yeah,
too.
and the thing about it, in the Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah 43, it says, "Remember thee, O children of Israel, I told you above all nations." It didn't say, "Oh, Muslims." So if you got a Quran, look it up. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 5, verse 43. Come on. And was not Muhammad married to a Jewish woman? Heck, that she taught him how to read, claimed that he could not read.
Now I don't know how to look up the surahs now. I don't know how to look up. You said Surah Al-Baqarah. I don't even know how to look that up, y'all.
I know, because you have to have a Quran, and it goes under the cow, and you have to have, that's why I tell people all the time, and I don't want to come trying to cut my head off, but they got the Quran, and I like, because they're well disciplined, and they are dedicated. Christians, they're not gonna do anything, you know. And especially with these guys, it's no way.
You saying the Quran got better followers, and they're a little more peaceful.
Well, they're more dedicated, because now you got a different group that follows a different particular set of rules. You got one that deal with Shariat, some deal with the Quran itself and the Hadith and all that. But then you got the so-called Jews. They deal with the Torah. Some deal with the Tanakh. You know, they got different things that they follow.
And then you got the Ethiopian Bible.
Oh yeah, and it's supposed to be the oldest. You know, but remember they put the oldest Christians and all that. But I'm going back to what the main.
Yeah, they supposedly converted. They didn't.
Yeah,
plus, they didn't get converted.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the main line so we don't lose our trend. Not that
Yeah, go
we're
ahead, bro.
attacking. It's just the fact that many of our people, we grab these labels looking for identity, and we don't do the research behind what we're putting on us, and then we begin to wear it and try to make ourselves fit into these molds. That dog won't hunt. First and foremost, ask this question, Sister Monica. How many creation stories is in the book of Genesis? How many creation stories is in the book of Genesis?
Oh, I can answer that.
You can?
Yeah, it's 4 of them, isn't it? It's written in 4 different first-hand accounts or second-hand accounts or whatever, first witness statements or something like that. But it's written by 4 different people.
Yes, sir. But it says
2 though. It says 2 on here.
You say, but actually he's right, because if you go look based on what creation started, things starts over. You got first 2, then you got the story of Noah and his group when they came out and started all over. You know, and all these are different accounts. And then the next thing is, who is these Nephilim that come down having babies by the daughters of men? Why weren't they drowned?
The Nephilim? You talking about the Nephilim?
Yeah, which later became known as the Anunnakis. And they're found over in Deuteronomy 4th chapter. And these are the giants that were before the flood. Well, I thought they drowned in the flood.
And they had all the wisdom. And they had all the education.
Come on now. I mean,
yeah, and they gave them some showed them how to make swords.
Are we gonna serve the gods who in the lands of giants? Because remember, when the children went in there, they found giants, and they would say, "We look like clusters of grapes." We were afraid. So it was giants in the land. How did they get there? You gotta watch the storyline. Now,
maybe they came through the ice wall in Antarctica.
No, the Nephilim are supposedly the fallen stars.
I'm being silly. I'm saying they came through the ice wall from the world of Atlas.
Yeah. You know, you got to realize. Watch who translated it: transliteration, timeline, chronology, and language. I tell people all the time, when you look up certain words, look at the timeline when it came into play. Look at the word when it was put into the.
You gotta. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and because certain words didn't exist. Jesus never said, "Upon this rock I will build my church," because the word church didn't exist.
Right.
They had temples and synagogues. Nowhere you find
the word mausoleums. It was mausoleums actually.
Yeah, you know, so there was nowhere until you look at the word, the etymology of the word church, English church, they put their stamp on it. Here's another thing is when you look at the story itself, well, I don't want to get too deep, and I'm feeling it coming on. I swear I feel it coming on. Because I don't want the people trying to find me to hang me on no tree because they mad because they stuff ain't holding up.
No, man, you giving them the straight information, bro. They can look at, hey, all they got, you good. Don't even worry about that. Just give it to the people.
They'll come after me before they come after you, and I don't care.
That's fine. Yeah, I got you back, man. You good, man. Go ahead and fire them up.
So we run around and we got all these different labels we want to wear. Have not done the research yet. We want to negate those people who came before there was an Egypt. You're stuck in Egyptology. I understand, but remember, as I told my sister today, it was the African woman, the African sister. Now let me drop that Alkebulan sisters, because there was nothing called Africa till the white boy went there. So claim he.
Talking about Akabulon.
Yo, it's Alkebulan, and these
Okay.
sisters in 43,000 BC, not 4,004. They created the first calendar out of the Lubumbo Mountains. They used the moon cycle, the menstrual period, and they notched this baboon fibula to keep track of the days for agriculture, for harvesting going on. Because they got tired of losing their husband to the lions, and the shit was eating them up when they went hunting. They easy go hunt for meat today and get ate. So they come up with a system so they quit losing their husband called agriculture. Then you turn around, you got people who believe in the book so much, they create whole societies and groups and organizations off of this book and don't understand really nothing about it. That's what's sad. And there is no record, historical record, where it was an Israelite ever in Egypt. There is none. Not even on the temple wall, none. So who are these guys that left, that walked in 12 and walked out 600,000? And then you read the story, it said they left out with 630,000, not counting men and women. So you gonna tell me y'all went in with less than 12 and walked out of there with 600,000? But you gonna tell me you're going to the new place in ships? Where did the ships they talk about they came in and left out here? Called a Deuteronomy.
With millions, that fitted thousands of black people on the boat.
Yeah,
They said they getting thousands in the bow.
And if you look at it, they stole from, because the book. Now, why would God tell you to steal? You know you're leaving town, go borrow this from your neighbor, and you know you ain't gonna give it back. That's stealing. Read the story. It says go and borrow from all the Egyptians, borrow it. You ain't gonna bring it back because you leaving. You ain't coming back.
Then the Egyptians slaved them though, right? The Egyptians was slaving them, right? But that was their brother though, right?
But they was intermarrying with them too, bro. Because a lot of them left.
Yeah, that was their family. Oh, they left, and when they went over there, the brother was running it, right?
Remember, this is their story. This is their story. But now, who they fought was the Hyksos. You had 10 different nations to go in there that conquered Egypt. 10 different. Even though it might have been that, but let me go back a little further. Sister Monica, I have a scroll for the wall. It is 24 inches wide, 12 feet long. It goes back 200,000 years of Negro history or Black history. I go back and I go further than that. But 200,000 years. There's a tribe called the Sand people or the Bush people that goes back.
The South Africa. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the South people.
Yeah. So and
but you be amazed. Yeah, they're good. That's South Africa.
Yeah. So my thing is, you crying about Egypt, you're gonna throw away 196,000 years. Come on, man. That ain't fair.
Well, they've been out. What they said it was traditional. They was an orally. Irregardless,
they exist. Irregardless, they exist to this day. When they spoke click,
and they're still around. They're still around.
They're still here.
Oh yeah, the click languages.
And they're extinct though too, because I guess people have been killing them off. Here's another thing: is do you know that the whole tradition? They're like damn near. They're like there's only a few people that's still left. Like they're facing extinction. But I will say this: is that there's a whole thing where do you know that a San man, right, when he wants to take on a wife, right, he shoots her in the behind with an arrow. That's the whole tradition of the Cupid, right? What does Cupid do? Shoot you in the behind with an arrow. So when a San person, he only gets five arrows in his life. If a San man wants to take on a wife, he shoots her in the behind with an arrow.
Whoa, I got one for you. My brother's out there talking about no attack, just facts. He says he's the agnostic. So I guess he'd be familiar with this book called the Nag Hammadi Library. Okay.
The Nag Hammadi scripts. You talking about the Nag Hammadi?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nag Hammadi scripts. Yeah, I know all about the Nag Hammadi.
Okay.
This guy. Yeah, man, I see you, dog.
Okay, you know where I'm going there. I
know about the Nag Hammadi scripts. Yeah, they pretty old. Yeah, they predate a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just mad because how nice his books look. I know these books are probably like about 30 years old and they look just so crisp because my books look terrible.
You can research all that stuff, but I feel you.
But no, I'm saying my books look like horrible after like 10 years, and his book probably like way older than mine, look like crisp and brand new. And I know those books are older than mine.
Yeah.
He keeps his books crisp, honey. Those books are
Yeah, you got the
they're glossy.
cosign. And you know, it's funny when you talk about the Bushmen. They call them the Bushmen, and then they also with the people of the sun. They say they got the glow and whatnot. And when they talk about Adam and Eve, they said they was in the forest and had a glow.
In the book of Thomas the Contender, in this book, it says the book of Thomas the Contender. Y'all know who Thomas is, Doubting Thomas. The Contender, the seventh and of the last thesis in the Kodak, 2 of the Coptic Gnostic Library from Nottingham. It is a revelation dialogue between the resurrected Jesus and his twin brother Judas Thomas. So the brother had a twin. So Mary had one baby, she had 2. That's why he
The
saw
plot
one place,
thickens.
he saw the 2
People
places.
said Jesus
So
had
he
a twin.
Yeah, a twin.
Jesus
in
had
the
a twin.
book- In the book of John, it says that he had a twin. The word didymus don't mean that he doubted. The word didymus is the Arabic word for twin. Thomas means twin. He had an identical twin I saw him in Galilee, but no, I saw him in Jerusalem because he got a damn twin brother.
What? I
No,
mean,
hold on, wait a minute. Where did John say that? Wait, Jesus had a twin brother. Hold on, we gotta bring that
yeah,
up.
we need that verse. We need that verse.
Jesus
need that
had a
verse.
twin brother. Okay, John, what? John.
Don't play with me. Please don't play with me.
Wait, John. What was the verse of Jesus having a twin brother? Okay, we gotta get.
What verse is that, brother?
Well, in the Bible, I think it's in the book of John, where they all came together, and notice they call him Doubting Thomas. Let me. They call the word is didymus. It's not doubt. The word is didymus, which means twin. So let us go to the book.
It means twin in Hebrew.
It means twin in the Greek, because New Testament is Greek. But it all
Okay, from the Greek. All right.
Wait, so Thomas was the twin? Thomas was the twin of Jesus.
Judas Thomas was the brother, is the name. He is the twin brother of Jesus. According to the text.
Wow.
I told y'all I wasn't ready for this. I done told y'all.
The Judas. Yeah, the Judas.
Let me go and find it.
I mean, I know it's because even with the other story, what is it? Cain and Abel. How Cain and Abel gonna populate the world when it's 2 men?
Well, what the deal about that, and I get in that later. Thank you. They had
I'm getting
twin
that
sisters.
later.
Well, each one of them was born with a twin sister, Lily Walk and
What?
And so the deal was, it was not about the fruit.
Who, Lillian?
They had twin sisters. Each one had a sister that was born. They born in Cain got mad because he wanted to marry his sister because he came with him. And Adam didn't want them to do that. They wanted to mix them up. So the fight came down. She was born with me. She's mine. We're gonna swap them out. So that's what stuff came. It wasn't about the offering of the fruit. That's all the other stuff. We get in that in the book of Adams. Okay.
Yeah, we got some stuff to discuss.
Let me get it if I can find this.
Yeah, hit us with this verse. We need this Thomas verse, this twin verse you said.
I'm going after it now. Just bear with me. Yeah, gotta cut my light on now because oh man, boy, these people. Hold on a minute, y'all. Be patient. We can do 6 hours. We can do it.
Oh, it's in the Apocrypha too? And it's in the Apocrypha text?
No, we're just this is I'm dealing with one they run around with it. They don't understand. Doubting Thomas and he died.
The Apocrypha is hidden, right? They didn't get it.
Yeah,
nobody really had the Apocrypha books.
Yeah, but see, like I said, I'm looking at our standard what they use because a lot of them don't use Apocrypha. Let me see if I can find it. It's 20, John 21 something.
While Thomas, the apostle, is known as Doubting Thomas, the idea that he was the twin brother. Okay.
Of the book of John. Okay, 24 verse. Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus. Now here's the word Didymus. Write this down. Didymus.
Hey, Sister Genesis.
Look it up in the dictionary. The word Didymus.
Sister Genesis. I gotta slide out. I didn't want to leave, you know what I'm saying, without, you know what I'm saying, paying on my due respects, you know what I'm saying, to Baba Yasha once again, and to his family and their bereavement, you know what I'm saying, and to all of those who Baba Yasha's touched and attempted to you know what I'm saying, to give his, you know what I'm saying, lifelong you know what I'm saying, wisdom, experience and information too. So you know what I'm saying, with all love. I'm gonna holler at you a little bit later, all right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, you know what I mean? Blessed love, you know what I'm saying, to the family of Baba Yasha. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'll hit you up when I get back, okay? I gotta make a run.
All right. So, what do you think about the information so far, though?
Oh man, you know Baba, you know what I'm saying? You know how you get down. His wisdom is vast, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm not, I got my little positions and stuff like that, but you can't argue with the elders and their experience, especially, you know, how deep this man's, you know what I'm saying, study goes. Like he's committed to his study of mystery schools and spiritual, you know what I'm saying, systems, so that he can impart these his wisdom on us. You know what I mean? And I just think, you know what I'm saying, that the elder was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? He's a king. You know what I'm saying? You're a king in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Baba Yasha, we love you, yo. You know what I mean?
Honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, listen, go on to my channel, and I want you guys to go and see all the stuff. I'm end it here too, my damn self. You know what? I'm gonna just end it right here because you know what? I think you guys should just go and watch the catalog of information. So that's just one of the. I just played a little bit of a snippet of.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for highlighting him and for you know what I'm saying, you know, bringing him out on your platform and getting as much information.
But where's democracy at?
As you could.
So you're saying that America is run underneath a caste system?
I'm sorry, I wasn't good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna show you guys how you guys can get to his content.
Yes.
Because I have a whole section called Baba Yashibayah.
Yes.
And if you go on my homepage, you'll be able to see that there's all these different things. Baba Yashibayah. Please go there and check out his information. So, you know, I played that snippet of information, and just you know, I could play the whole thing. That was about probably an hour more left on that live, but I want you guys to go and check it out yourself. Get your notebooks out because he has so much information. When he's giving his information on what he's doing, I mean, it's so vast. So please go.
And he tells you, don't believe what he says. Do the research. He is sending you. He wants you to research it. He wants you. You know what I'm saying, to put the good foot forward. Listen to what he says though, and go and do your own research. Baba Yasha, you know what I'm saying? We love you, you know what I'm saying? And rest in power, you know what I'm saying? You with the ancestors now, you know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget, you know what I mean, Baba Yasha. So give thanks to you, DJ Genesis, for inviting me and introducing, you know what I'm saying, this you know, pillar of our community, this library of knowledge and information. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a gem and a master teacher in my heart, in my mind. You know what I'm saying? That he should not be forgotten. So let's wave that flag for Baba Yasha and keep his legacy. You know what I mean?
Ashe. Please go and check him out on my channel, Baba Yashibayah.
Yes, sir.
Trying to get it right. Transition. Changing the way that I see life. Transition mind. I'm on a mission. Trying to get it right. I'm transitioning my life. Making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, ooh. Turn a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm trying to get it right. Changing the way that I see life. Transition in my life. I'm Misconception.